I think that the no's start pretty early in your life. And I think that's a really valuable thing to think about, right? Because the universe is going to give you no's all the time. And it's not necessarily that no's are a bad thing. I heard this great saying that rejection is protection. And it's kind of like you bounce off these no's, right? They're a lot of times they're not personal, and you kind of got to believe that the universe is taking care of you to kind of bump you in the right direction. And it also works a muscle inside of you to just keep going, to keep forging ahead. I've always been an entrepreneur, and I have had businesses that failed. I've had businesses that have done okay. And I've kind of taken all those lessons from business to business, and hopefully you finally put something together where it's going to be, okay, I can apply the lesson I learned before. I had to work. I had to pay my bills. I had to pay my rent. I was living by myself. There's a lot of things that you just got to keep going. You have to get up. I was pretty depressed, and I was mostly depressed about something that I thought was my life path being taken away from me. That was the biggest thing, like when you have a purpose, like this is what I'm doing with my life. That's where I was at that point. So that was the hard thing to shift, because I think it helps when you wake up every morning and you've got something that you're passionate about. You're excited about something. And when that got plucked away from me, something I really couldn't control is I kind of went into a pretty dark place. When you first start hearing a no, when I first heard the little no from the guy at Starbucks, I was like, how can I go? It's kind of like catnip for me. And so then I go, how can I get around the guy at the counter at the Starbucks corporate office? Because he's not letting me through. So then I just got creative, because I don't know that they're not looking for me. I don't know if they weren't looking, if we weren't a perfect fit. And until you follow that through all the way to the end, you don't know. If you want to walk away from something and say, I gave it everything I had on my end. And that's what I feel like I don't want to walk away from. And so, yeah, that was a no, but it was still put a smile on my face, because I know I did everything I could. When you get those no's from people, maybe those people aren't meant to be an investor. Maybe they're meant to be a guide. I think that's really valuable. Maybe they're not meant to be what you think they were meant to be. Maybe they're supposed to be somebody else. Maybe they're supposed to be a connection to somebody. Maybe they're supposed to be your biggest supporter. So I just always think I look at those no's differently. How we knew that it was right to say, no, this is not right for us, no matter how passionate or how much we get along with this guy, it was going to change our product. And that was going to change what we presented to other people and what we said over and over again, what we believe in. In business, that's a really tough decision to make, because you are doing something that you believe in, and not everybody's really going to know about that, and not everybody's going to really care about it. If everything was always a yes and everything was always easy, it just wouldn't be that fun. It's like, yeah, something happened, you're rejected by these people, and and everybody else is getting funding, and you don't know what those other people are going through. You think they're doing well. You think they're, living high off the hog. Chances are people are not. And it's especially with social media, there's such an image of how everybody's life is just amazing. And if you sell out and you sell out your company, and it's, you have to deal with that. Rejection is just, to me, I don't know where I heard the saying, but it's just a protection mechanism. It's protection. It's not a bad thing. It's like a bumper, it bumps you into a different direction. You just got to trust that the universe, that there's something there that is going to be the most amazing thing. And it could happen tomorrow. One phone call could change your life. You either have a heck yeah or a no on things. And I think I would have adopted that early on, when I was like 17 or 18, I think I would have wasted less time. You tend to always say yes, 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 yes. And his point was, it should be a hell yes or a heck yeah, with passion, or it should be a no. Because if it's anything in between, it should probably be a no. And, I would have spent my time differently. I would have spent my time better. I would have not said yes to everything. I would have, valued my time more. Those kind of heavy no's that I think everybody's going to experience at some point in their life. and with somebody or themselves, or, those are the no's that just like take the breath out of you, and, it's like a baseball bat. But I also feel that those no's, they work something inside of you, and it's a certain resilience where you just learn to get through it. And you've got to also have that thing inside of you that I want to contribute to the world. I want to do something with my life. I want to be somebody. I want to create something. I want to help people. So at some point, you just need to pick yourself back up and just listen to that inner guidance and that voice of, what's next? What am I going to do next?